and we move on to our review of Venom.
That's
And
right.
Tim, I will let you start us off with the credits.
Okay, so Venom. This is a one shot from Marvel Comics, and the writing goes to Donny Cates, who we love very much here. Artwork and inks go to Juanan Ramirez, colors to Felipe Sobriero, and letters to VC's Clayton Cowles.
Thank you very much for that, Tim. And now I will get us started off with the review of the story and get into my review. So we start off in Vietnam, and then we see that a soldier is. I'll quickly try to get through this one. One of the symbiotes attacks the soldier. It's killed many of them. And then we go to Nick Fury, and he is telling someone how he needs somebody that the symbiotes, they attach them to soldiers, including Rex Strickland, who goes by the name of Tyrannosaurus. And that now, but the problem is they were sent there to kill the Viet Cong, but they're killing everybody, including the Americans. So then we find out a surprise I was very happy with, that the man he is recruiting for this job is a certain Canadian Wolverine.
He was appealing to his patriotic nature.
Yes. Yes, even Wolverine says, "Not my problem, bub. I'm Canadian." But he does convince him, and then he says, "Oh, like we'll be going, or team." And Wolverine says, "Oh, I don't work with teams." He says, "Oh, nobody else is dumb enough to want to work with you." So it's Nick Fury and Wolverine, and they go, and then they find Rex, who actually turns out to be a symbiote, using shapeshifting. And then the real Rex Strickland comes, helps them out. They fight him, and then eventually more of the symbiotes are coming. And Wolverine at one point had saved Rex, and then as the other symbiotes come to tell Rex, "Get out of here," but he feels bad. Wolverine saved him, so as one of the symbiotes takes over Wolverine, Rex comes back and saves him. And then eventually there's the explosion, and then we find out that it was not Nick Fury. It was a decoy. Nick Fury wasn't going to really go down into the war himself, and he tells
of course not
what's going on and how they used it and how they really have to cover it up. So he's very sorry that it has to end this way. And then the decoy sets to self-destruct with 60 seconds left. And Rex even says, "Let's go." And Wolverine says, there's no hope. It's going to blow this whole place up. So no point to run. And more symbiotes are coming. And he says, "It looks like we probably won't even live that long." But Rex has one of the symbiotes take over him, and he feels it. Like he feels the anger inside of him, being actually even scared. And then it takes over, and then he grabs Wolverine. And one thing Wolverine before had said, "Oh, they sent us, an animal to kill more animals." And I love how it said, "not animals." It throws Wolverine, and then boom. And there's the explosion, and that's where I will stop my review. But this is a great one shot. Before last year, I think it was somewhere around last year, Jamie had given us the Edge of Venomverse. And
yes,
this kind of leads to Venomverse. And I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be another one where it kind of just leads?" But this one, I felt very different about this one. I was like, this is a terrific one shot. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. It quickly gets to the story, and yeah, like the writing was terrific. Yeah, Donny Cates, right? So that is to be expected. I like the artwork, very good. It was a nice surprise. They have Wolverine. That's a way to always get some points up with me, unless you do them dirty and you don't do such a good job. But yeah, to me, I thought this was just a great one shot. I would recommend it. Everyone, watching this, I'd recommend reading it. It's great. Like I said, it concludes pretty much. I mean, you can kind of continue off of other things. It could go, like I said, with this goes to the Web of Venom.
Yeah.
So it goes with that if you want to read it along with that. But even too, if you didn't, like me, I have not read Web of Venom yet. I just read this.
I haven't either.
And yeah, now I'm pretty curious to get to it. I want to see more of what's going to happen, with Rex Strickland. I, and now invested in this character who I just met through this. So for me, I really enjoyed it. It's a great one shot. I recommend everyone checks it out. And I give Venom a 9.5 out of 10.
9.5.
Yeah, I thought it was a terrific read. And I
Right
would gladly return to it, and I would gladly read it again.
That's awesome, Sonny. 9.5 out of 10. Well, let me go into how I felt about this. So this was Jamie's pick, and it was a great horror book to start off spooky season. I was pleasantly surprised with that. Now, the artwork in here is very detailed and very gritty. And with the colors on top of that, it really gives the book a type of grindhouse feel, like those old grindhouse movies. That's what it felt like to me reading through the whole thing. I had that just kind of oversaturated or undersaturated at times, like a drugged through gravel film reel kind of look. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really neat. That was a pleasant takeaway from mainstream colors popping at you kind of things. The gore in this is heavier than I expected from a Marvel book. And I enjoyed that too. I mean, there were brains everywhere.
Yes, yeah. I should have mentioned that. Yes, it is very violent. Yeah.
Yes.
Brains, arms off.
The gore in this, the gore in this, what although subdued, still was reminiscent of the lighter stuff you would have seen in Crossed or something like that Garth Ennis did. But yeah, that really made it enjoyable to read too, was to see stuff like that in a Marvel comic for a change, and with the art style and the colors working in tandem, made it have that grindhouse feel. Really enjoyed that. And who better than Logan to choose to go after these maniacal symbiotes? Absolutely perfect. When Nick Fury was talking to whoever was in the shadows, Logan, I didn't really know who it was because it was back in the 60s, and then you see Logan's head appear and he's like, I'm Canadian. I'm like, right on. Okay, yeah, who better to put out there than this? Overall, it's nice and solid bit of venomized horror from the House of Ideas. Really enjoyed it. Fantastic artwork and colors. Like I said before, it gives the book a whole B movie feel. This is like the second movie you would watch at a drive-in. And I really enjoyed that aspect. Donny Cates' writing was perfect. It was great. The artwork, Ramirez artwork, and Sobriero's colors worked really well together. So overall, I give this, for artwork, I give it an 8, and for writing, I give it an 8. So it gets an overall 8 out of 10 for me. There was just like one or two parts that I was like, like when Nick Fury had the gun in his hand, or the life model decoy, and his arm was really thinned and stretched out. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me with the way that it looked on the panel and stuff like that. And there was like one or two other parts. That's just being nitpicky though. But beyond that, 8 out of 10, absolutely fantastic read. This is something I would definitely, like you said, Sonny, recommend to anybody to take a look at.
There we go. Venom gets an 8 out of 10 from Tim and a 9.5 out of 10 for me. So basically, we're saying check it out. It's a great story, great one shot.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I said it's one I would definitely revisit again.